Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome valedictorian and salutatorian.
Good evening, class of 2020. My name is Justin Jasper, and I am the class salutatorian. First and foremost, I'd like to give a special thanks to God, to my family, my teachers, my counselors, and my close friends who have become family over the past 4 years. I love you, and I would not be here if it were not for your continued support and encouragement. I'm so blessed to have been in an environment where teachers and counselors genuinely care about our education and overall well-being. Thank you. To my fellow classmates, it was a pleasure sharing the hallways with you for the past 4 years. We should all be very proud of ourselves. We have come a long way, and we've had to overcome personal struggles and challenges to reach this point. We triumphed over the horrors of high school, musty locker rooms, bathroom stalls without locks, facial acne, and walking to class in the trailers in the rain or freezing cold, amongst other things. But on a more serious note, some of us perhaps struggled in a few classes or didn't feel like we exactly fit in at school, or maybe even dealt with the loss of a friend or family member. Yet here we are today, survivors. Even during the midst of a global crisis, we persevere. No one could have predicted our current circumstances. No one could have predicted us missing valuable time with friends, or missing our senior prom, or having sports seasons cut short, or even having a virtual graduation. Now, I ask you all to be honest with yourselves. At the beginning of the first semester, if someone had told you that coronavirus was going to end our high school experience early, would you have perhaps spent more time with friends? Would you have gone to the school dance that you missed? Would you have talked more with that girl or boy you thought was cute? Would you have gone to the party that you didn't feel like going to at the time? If you felt like the answer to any of these questions was yes, consider this. Future opportunities are never guaranteed. I'm sure if any one of us knew beforehand that our senior year would end this way, we would have dedicated more time to creating positive and memorable experiences earlier on in the school year. My point is, we must fully appreciate what we have in the present, because the future is often uncertain, and time is a very valuable resource. We should not waste the opportunities placed in front of us right now. The worries of the pandemic will certainly come to an end, so don't feel hopeless or have despair. We need to make sure that we come out of this predicament stronger and more determined than ever. We must bond together during these dark times and have an attitude of optimism. Let the hours of boredom and confinement remind us to never take for granted the times of joy and freedom we spend with friends and loved ones. Look to your left, now look to your right. The people around you could be seriously ill or even dead right now, but they are not. They are breathing, alive. The pandemic could have been the end for all of us, but it is not. We are survivors, and our lives are a gift. My question is, what will you do with your gift of life? Think about the next time we'll see each other at the class reunion. When we meet again in 10, 25 years, do you want to be sitting there thinking about what more you could have done with your time? We must avoid living in regret by spending our time doing what we actually enjoy and taking risks. Don't let the judgment of others determine how you live your life. If going against the status quo makes you feel happier, then why should anybody else's opinion even matter? We must find joy in our present circumstances and live in the moment. Often we get so caught up in the future that we don't stop to make sure that we're actually enjoying the present. Although we are young, we must not forget that every single one of us has an expiration date. Whether you spend your time working hard in school, playing sports or video games, strengthening relationships with friends, or partying, give yourself the comfort that you made your limited time worthwhile and beneficial. Use your time to make a social, physical, or intellectual investment in yourself now that pays off tenfold later. Work hard and be diligent, but learn to balance your labor and leisure so you can keep a positive mindset and not become overwhelmed with stress. Take advantage of present circumstances to craft your future successes. But do not forget to spend time doing what you love with the people you love while you still have the opportunity. When the obstacles in front of us seem unbearable, we must not hesitate to confide in a close friend or family member. If there's one thing I've learned over the past 4 years, it's that love and friendship are powerfully uplifting. We all need someone at our side to lean on when we feel upset or hopeless. So I encourage everyone to spend their time being kind and spreading joy to those around us. Furthermore, while we still have the flexibility of young adulthood, try new things and do not fear failure. Failures are inevitable and life is difficult, but never lose hope in your major goals. Otherwise, life grows dull and loses meaning. We are all stronger and more resilient than we think. The worries of the coronavirus are a testament to the mental strength of the class of 2020. We must persist through our hardships, regardless of how difficult or dark our lives have been. The blood, sweat, and tears we pour into our passions now help us grow as people and materialize our most endearing goals. As Malcolm Forbes, a prominent American entrepreneur and publisher of Forbes magazine, once said, "Victory is sweetest when you've known defeat." All of us today have already known defeats of many different kinds, yet here on graduation day, we claim victory over our personal struggles. We have come so far in our educational careers, but we still must push ourselves to our highest potentials. It will not always be easy, but we must have the strength to take the difficult but necessary actions to become successful. We cannot take our present opportunities for granted. We, the Dunwoody High School graduating class of 2020, will not only be remembered for overcoming the obstacles of the coronavirus, but also for the future leaders that will make an everlasting impact on the world. It has been an honor and privilege to know each and every one of you. I love you all and thank you.
Hello, class of 2020. Many of you already know me and have talked to me before. But for those of you who have never had the privilege of meeting, my name is Sophia Gavalis, and I am your class of 2020 valedictorian. I first want to start off by saying that I cannot be more proud to be part of such an extraordinary graduating class. Not only are we made up of some of the most dedicated students, athletes, artists, performers, innovators, and problem solvers, but we also represent a class that has some of the biggest hearts that Dunwoody High School has ever come across. In these next few months, as we all embark on this next chapter of our lives, I hope we all keep the fond memories of what it means to be a Wildcat dear to our hearts. As we all virtually stand here today, completing a major milestone in our academic career, I want us all to thank those who made these past 4 years memorable. First, I'd like to say thank you to the wonderful teachers, counselors, and faculty of Dunwoody High School. Thank you for truly making an impact on our lives. Whether it be through challenging us through our learning, working hard to make sure we still feel recognized during a global pandemic, or even just being present as a friendly face to talk to in times of stress. None of us would be here today without the continuous guidance and support offered by our school. Next, I'd like to thank each other. Thank you for the friendships that made these past few years some of the greatest of our lives. Thank you for challenging each other in the classroom, driving us to be the best students we can be. And thank you for supporting each other, showing up for every single athletic event and school play, so our student section is always bursting with school pride. And of course, last but not least, I'd like to say thank you to some of the most important people in our lives, our friends, family, and loved ones. These are the people who will always be in our corner, no matter what, rooting us all along throughout life. Personally, I'd like to say thank you to my own family watching the ceremony today. Mom, Dad, George, Constantine, my grandparents, and extended family, thank you. Thank you for always being my rock when things got tough and giving me an abundance of love and support that has allowed me to succeed enough to be speaking before y'all here today. Thank you for pushing me to be the person y'all know I am capable of being and never letting me lose sight of the value that comes with a good education. 4 years ago, I first stepped foot into the brightly lit halls of Dunwoody High School as an uncertain freshman, terrified of not knowing what would happen over the course of the next few years. Not having gone to Peachtree Middle School, I didn't know many people at Dunwoody, except for my brother, who was a senior at the time, and a handful of fellow freshmen who I'd only spoken to a couple times. Just as the worry of making new friends and surviving my classes began to overwhelm me, there y'all stood with open arms. As fellow freshmen, each enduring our own sense of uncertainty as high school began, we turned to each other with some of the best friendships that we will always remember, some old, but many new. As a class, we took those friendships and formed our own Wildcat family. And as a family, we lived these past 4 years within the walls of our beloved high school, evolving together as teenagers right on the cusp of adulthood. We all cherish the same memories of what it feels like to eat lunch in the picnic area with the sunshine beaming warmth on our backs, or the rush of school pride that comes with walking through the front doors every Friday morning while the marching band cheers us on. Or maybe the midweek excitement of meeting up with your friends at Los Rancheros during Dollar Taco Night. Or maybe even waking up at the crack of dawn just to make it to school in time to snag that last spot on Vanderlyn. Together, we experienced all the excitement of Friday night football games, electric pep rallies, beautifully performed plays, and every other amazing school event that emerged from our talented student body. Together, we made it through the tough classes and dreadful exam days that kept us up all night studying. Together, we participated in food drives and fundraisers, supporting the community around us. And together, we will make it through this global pandemic too. I wish there was something I could say that would make all the pain of missing out on our final year go away. Some magical combination of words that would make up for missing out on dancing our last dance at prom or walking across the stage to receive our diploma. But the reality is, there isn't. Nothing can take away the feelings we have of being robbed from the end of our high school experience. Although we feel sad and hurt, we also have the opportunity to channel those feelings into something bright. And believe it or not, some of the best creations can emerge from the most unlikely circumstances. Difficult situations not only welcome innovation, but they demand it. As a class, we have the chance to use this experience to our advantage. With the creativity and dedication I've witnessed all throughout our grade, I know we are capable of making something positive out of everything going on right now. So as you will often hear throughout life, you don't get to choose how the cards are dealt, but you do get to choose how you play them. And after being dealt a pretty rough hand these past few months, it's our turn to choose what we make of it. As we each receive our diplomas through this virtual ceremony today, we will all start a new chapter of our lives. As we move on, we may feel some of the same uncertainty familiar from those beginning days as freshmen. We are about to experience a new normal outside of the school halls. Some of us will be packing up and leaving for colleges in the fall, all across the country, near and far. Some of us will go into the military or national defense, ready to serve and protect. Some of us will jump straight into the workforce, prepared to start our careers. And some of us may do none of those things, creating our own path to a future that seems just right for us. Though we all have our own unique course, and the future may look a little different for each of us, we will always be united by our Dunwoody Wildcat spirit. As I'm sure you've heard this far too often roaming the school halls, there is absolute truth in its meaning. So as they say, once a Wildcat, always a Wildcat. And a year from now, when everything is different and each of us are all beginning to build the rest of our lives, always remember, you have not only a home, but a family here in Dunwoody. So here's to the future doctors, engineers, politicians, and scientists who will propel our communities forward. Here's to the future writers, performers, and artists who will enrich us with a sense of culture and creativity. Here's to the future soldiers, firefighters, policemen, and first responders who will put the safety of others above everything else. And here's to the future teachers, professional athletes, chefs, astronauts, and every single other amazing thing that will soon make up the class of 2020. As you already know, our stories have only just begun. So before we end our days today as official high school graduates, I want us all to remember that we did it. We made it through all the tests, projects, and applications and earned our rank as graduating seniors. Finally, we can step into the unknown, no longer fearful of failure, because as a class with as much passion and dedication as ours, there's not a chance we won't succeed. Thank you.
Greetings to Dunwoody High School faculty, staff, students, families, friends, and distinguished guests, Mrs. Ramona Tyson, Superintendent of DeKalb County School District, and Mr. Stan Jester, Board Member for District 1. Welcome to our 2020 virtual commencement. I am Priscilla Cole, proud principal of Dunwoody High School. It is with great pride that I acknowledge our graduating seniors, class of 2020. Seniors, it is an honor and a privilege to be here with you today to celebrate this momentous occasion. Parents, thank you for trusting us to provide the best education possible to your student. Your continuous support is vital to the success of our students, and without that support, we wouldn't be here today to celebrate this milestone. Faculty and staff, you should be proud. Witnessing our seniors graduate is a direct result of your hard work and dedication to our students. Seniors, this school year started just like many others. You entered the halls of DHS on August 5th, excited to begin your first day of your last year of high school. Our hallways were busy and bustling with faculty, staff, and students, all preparing to engage in teaching and learning. The first semester was filled with athletic games, club meetings, pep rallies, homecoming, a parade, a dance, a performance, all of which makes school fun and exciting and increases school pride. Winter break came and went, and we were settling into second semester, counting down to spring break when your senior year took a turn none of us could have ever imagined. The world had shut down, and we were all at home trying to maintain some normalcy by engaging in teaching and learning, all while watching our lives change before our eyes. None of us can downplay how this has impacted what was supposed to be one of the most exciting years of your life. I know it has been challenging and some days very hard to navigate. However, what inspires me the most is knowing that this will bring out the very best in you, the class of 2020. Ideas, inventions, businesses, true education reform, processes, and procedures will change and be improved and adapted because in a lot of ways, this has exposed our vulnerabilities and our inadequacies as a society. Everyone is looking to you to make a huge impact in this world, and this may seem like a lot of pressure. But remember, pressure can do two distinct things. It can burst a pipe, or it can make a diamond. A burst pipe causes damage to its environment, while a diamond adds value to its environment. Everyone can thrive under pressure, but you can and you have by graduating high school. I believe that each and every one of you will continue to do so as you enter the halls of the University of Georgia, Kennesaw State University, Howard University, Georgia State University, the University of Alabama, Georgia College and State University, Dillard University, Texas Christian University, Georgia Tech, Clemson University, just to name a few, the military, the workforce, or even if you take a gap year. So I ask you, how will you manage the pressure of leading this world to new and better dimensions? Will you be a burst pipe or a diamond? Congratulations to each member of the graduating class of 2020. I love you and I am so very proud of you. May you continue to experience great success in your future. And remember, the impossible is possible because the possibilities are endless. Now, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration of Dunwoody High School, I am pleased to present the academic summary of Dunwoody High School Class of 2020. This class consists of 463 graduates, and they have accomplished the following academically. 127 graduates earned a 4.0 GPA or higher. 68% of graduates are eligible for the Hope Scholarship. Approximately 75% of graduates will attend a 2- or 4-year college or university. 4 graduates are going to the military. And as of May 27, 2020, this class has earned $1,478,518 in scholarships. At this time, please join me in welcoming our Superintendent of DeKalb County School District, Mrs. Ramona Tyson, to certify the academic summary of this class of 2020.
As the Superintendent of DeKalb County Schools, I hereby certify that all members present for the class of 2020 have fulfilled the requirements established by the DeKalb County Board of Education and are therefore eligible to receive their diplomas.
Please welcome from the DeKalb County School District Board of Education, Mr. Stan Jester.
Hi, I'm Stan Jester, your representative on the DeKalb County Board of Education. I'd like to wish the graduating class of 2020 and the Pink Cup Posse the best of luck on your future endeavors. On the basis of your certification, I accept your recommendation. The academic achievement of this class meets the course requirements as established by Advanced Ed, the Georgia Board of Education, the Georgia Accrediting Commission, and the DeKalb County Board of Education. As a representative of the DeKalb County Board of Education, I authorize the presentation of diplomas and certificates to the class of 2020 at Dunwoody High School. Congratulations, seniors of 2020.
Penelope Sophia Abalera. Helen Elizabeth Abram. Natalia Lopez Acosta. Samuel Alim Ahmed. Stevie Alexander. Jaden Alexis. Isabella Allen. Grant Allison. Chris Carol Alonso Cornejo. Ashley K. Altera. Benjamin William Alterman. Walter Frederick Anders. Isaac David Anderson. Philip Ryan Arana. Charles Stanley Arant. Jordi Sebastian Arevalo Cordova. Zimri Darlene Abiles Marcia. Wilson Bauer Baki. Avery Viola Ballard. Edson Ilmer Bartolone Zunun. Kevin Ricardo Bisaril Bamaka. Matthew Paul Biger. Serene Emna Belhaj Yaye. Rebecca Elizabeth Bellin. Jenna Catherine Birchie. Kylie Gwen Bick. Max Logan Bieber. Dalisa Odalis Black 4. Caroline Ann Boatwright. Chantre Dania Bogle. Joshua Michael Boland. Grace Louise Borcherding. Sarah Jane Borcherding. Kaylin Elizabeth Bowser. Jennifer Michelle Boyajian Reebok. Parker Owen Bragg. Peter Xavier Brancato. Carson Robert Bregitzer. Connor Elias Brogdon. Ainsley Lynn Brown. Grant Henderson Brown. Isabella Maria Brown. Kate Elizabeth Bernstein. Snyder Cabrera Valenza. John Brendan Callahan Jr. Nicole Elena Callahan. James Vincent Callison. Lily Pualani Kaplan. Maria Eugenia Cardenas Suarez. Mary Grace Carr. Jason Thomas Carson. Ethan Joshua Carter. Adair Carvente Carreto. George Anthony Castillo Viveros. Brian Castrajan Aguirre. Ariana Yoselin Sebada Arenas. Jungwon Hanvit Chang. Aman Ahmad Chaudhry. Kayla McKenzie Chiang. John Chirwa. Parker Cade Christensen. Isaiah Charles Cleveland. Molly Ann Clinch. Seth Pierre Cloud. Douglas Braden Cole. Catherine Louise Cole. Carolyn Shreese Cook. Zoe Catherine Cook, Genesis Corral Rodriguez, Ureli Cortez Gonzalez, Emily Treadway Cotta, Carson James Kramer, Kelly Nicole Cronin, Chloe Chanel Crooms, Kyla Faith Daly, Jackson Searing Dallas, Noah Jackson Daly, Emiliana Fenda da Fonseca Dantes, Alyssa Charisse Davenport, Aaron Davis, Christopher Antonio Davis, Ian Carrington Wells Davis, Lauren Walling Davis, Luis Eduardo de Paz Capobianco, Tidfi Deb, Elizabeth Carolyn Decker, Eduardo Del Rayo, Casey Cole Dennis, Mitro Lau De, Proma De, Filippo Di Benedetto, Crystal Diaz Cortez, Jessica Doan, Caitlin Ann Dodson, Blake James Donovan, Emerson Land Doolittle, Catherine McKenna Duffy, Elizabeth Suzanne Duke, Caitlin Joanne Duval, Diego Echegaray Bonilla, Mario Cesar Echeverria, Mary McLean Edwards, Sophia Gabrielle Edwards, Tyler Matthew Ife, William Dean Ife, Gavin Carl Elkins, Samuel Page Elkins, J. David Epstein, Chelsea Evelyn Etheridge, Zion Vandell Fair, Suha Vagier Faze, Nicholas Alejandro Federico, Bryson Lee Few, Danielle Capri Fisella, Galia Rachel Fisher, Amanda Lucille Florence, Brandon Flores Montiel, Justice Love Font. Randolph Raul Franco III. Luke Isaac Friedman. Robert Edward Friedman. Natan Barak Friedman. Rachel Elise Friedman. Dylan Gabriel Froman. Hannah Abigail Fuller. Reed McNeil Fuller. Ilana Ende Funk. Harrison Robert Foss. Adomari Guadalupe Galindo. Jacqueline Gallegos. Nayeli Galvez. Thomas Harrison Garber. Edgar Garcia. Isla Diane Garrigan. Dustin Eugene Galtney. Sophia Theodora Gavalis. Owen Christopher Gavlak. Sarah Moselle Gelber. Henry Brian Gies. Paula Andrea Gil Corredo. Nicholas Lawrence Genie. Noah Allen Glick. Esteban Rafael Gonzalez. Shani Nayeli Gonzalez. Trinity Meadow Gonzalez. Jacqueline Gonzalez Lopez. Noah Marcus Gonzalez Rubio. Armani Chanel Gordon. Elizabeth Lynn Goldman. Elias Floyd Green. Aaron Michael Griffith. Jovani Jesus Guevara. Alejandra Guzman Reyes. Alexander Hertel. Cameron Pamela Halliday. Christopher Michael Hallowell. Shane Horatio Hamilton. Nala Nkeka Okera Handley. Simon Alexander Hawk. Robert Jerry Hardin. William Fallon Harris. Jordan Markey Haynes. Ronnie Marissa Helfman. William Winslet Henderson. Gavin William Hennigan. Armani Nicole Henry Lee. Jane Elizabeth Hensley. Justin Jung-Young Huh. Ana Lilia Hernandez. Alejandro Hernandez Gil. Dana Hernandez Rodriguez. Trent Andrew Hewitt. Eden Lee Hirsch. Andrew Ya Hong. Riley Gale Hodges. Brayley Elisha Hoy. Jack Benjamin Hogan. Curtis Davis Holloway. Erica Danielle Holmes. Caitlin Louise Holtz. Michael Kincaid Hooper. Evan Taft Horowitz. Eric Marvin Howard. Andrew Delaney Hudson. Isabel Grace Humphreys. Krista Hunt. Naziro Ibrahim Idrisu. Peter German Iglesias. Joshua Cordell Ingram. Madeline Stovall Jackson. Sean Colin Jackson. Justin Travis Jasper. Alyssa Janae Jenkins. Joseph Roosevelt Jeanette III. Caleb McLaughlin Johnson. Erica Marie Johnson. Claudia Jana Johnson. Paul Antoine Joniant. Elsa Marie Joyner. Joel Jose. David Baskin Julian. M.D. Rayanol Kabir. Maya Z. Khan. Nalungwe Ann Kalasa. George Matthew Kane. Luca Rosati Kapeskas. Ethan Robert Kaplan. Mohammed Yusuf Karatella. Jeffrey Burke Kaihan. Kennedy Bailey Kellum. Caitlin Ann Kern. Alec Parks Kessler. Miles John Kessler. Marilyn J.L. Katcha. Moise Faisal Khalil. Nahian Anjum Khan. Hiromichi Kikuchi. Sophia Alicia Kyle, Matthew DeJohn King, Austin Scott Kirkley, Andrew Patton Kohler, Ameda Malika Karoma, Mary Catherine Kotzen, Amy Lee Kowalski, Mercy Helena Kufor, Lauren Adele Culler, Reagan Nicole Lambert, Jaden Paul Landis, Caitlin Licia Landis, Amaris Christian Lane, Andrew Paul Lane, Olivia Grace Langell, Lauren Gabrielle Lanham, Jacqueline Laura, Ariel Kelly's Lawrence, Sung Min Lee, Irene Leon Del Rio, Anna Michelle Leon Moreno, Charles Vincent Levy, Noah Alexander Levy, Jordan Asher Lemore, Zachary Gray Little, Amy Lopez, Johanna Nicole Lopez Escobar, Leslie Isabel Lopez Martinez, Jacon Bryant Lopez Hernandez, Aaliyah Jane Lowe, Colette Julia Lowy, Gabriella Faith Lowy, Spencer Langdon Luke, James Edward McElroy, Sarah Ann McElroy, Kevin Michael Mackey, William Kessler Madden, Edward Maldonado Trejo, Kylie Suzanne Manikowski, Lillian Ray Mansile, Emma Davis Marion, Angel Isaias Marquez Soto, Axel Alexander Maraquin Hernandez, Omar Martinez, Denise Martinez Garcia, Betsy Nadaline Mata Rodriguez, Anthony Francisco Matute Sevilla, Samuel Carlisle Malton, Ibrima Sona Imbao, Momar Imbao, Sheriff Mustafa Mbao, Catherine Olivia McCallum, Joseph Ryan McCloskey, Charles Dusenberry McCown III, Catherine Greer McRory, Benjamin Clifford McGee IV, Colin William McGeorge, John Patrick McLaughlin Jr., Daniel McGathlin Jr., Alicia Melendez, Elisette Melendez, Ira Cullen Minnick, Avery Grace May, Ian Meyer, Riley Catherine Mead, Rachel Lee Miller, Alexander Paul Mitchum, Hanoko Miura, Cody Jackson Motes, Jose Antonio Molina, Christopher Alexis Molino Revelorio, Elena Kate Moncrief, Jomaya Katya Montgomery, Jaden Bryce Moore, Morilio Morales Ramos, Samuel Langston Morris, Sarah Grace Morris, Annalise Rose Mothner, Maxwell Scott Maurer, Thomas David Munoz Vasquez, Megan Leisha Murphy, Reese Cohen Nathanson, Catherine McKenna Nemitz, Wilhelm Newman, McKenna Caroline Nims, Sarah Taylor Normand, Logan Dane Campbell Norris, McKenna Sharon Norwood, Dylan Michael O'Brien, Henry Rory O'Connor, Isaac Peterson Oliveira, Adam Bennett Osterman Kay, Miriam Isabel Olvalier Mares, Leslie Yvette Ovando Salinas, Courtney Lynn Owen, Laura Madison Pankey, Megan Kathleen Parks, Gabriel Perez Jr., Alejandra Haley Perez Salgado, Diana Perez Paradas, Caroline Lee Perry, Jordan Stephen Pettit, Kaysen Kyle Phillips, Kate Elizabeth Pickering, Yvonne Freya Pinto, Kaj Brayton Polite, Claire Justly Porcher, Roger Alexander Portillo, Adam Lawrence Press, Kobe Makito Pooney, Haley Fitzgerald Pine, Ingrid Yasmin Quinteros, Wendy Yamileth Quinteros Lopez, Faith Ann Radcliffe, Maria Guadalupe Ramirez Gutierrez, Edward James Ramirez Perez, Jack Ramos Perez, Luke Spencer Rainey, Daniel Stephen Rangel Salazar, Casey Andrew Rotanyi, Leilani Marie Reyes, Everardo Reyes Escobar, Jamie Michelle Reynolds, Mackenzie Jolene Rhodes, Patrick Albert Rice, Olivia Rebecca Riemenschneider, Jonathan Samir Rivera, Angel Vladimir Rivera Quintanilla, Henry Eduardo Rivera Quintanilla, Raybert Dean George Robinson, James Brennan Robeson II, Ulysses Andres Roblero, Edelson Haziel Roblero Perez, Leonardo Benneth Rodriguez, Brian Rodriguez Aleman, Christian Gabriel Roy, Daniela Roldan, Angela Rosas Sanchez, Rubena Roshan, Brooke Summit Rowell, Miguel Uriel Rubio Miranda, Miranda Faith Rudnicki, Jacqueline Ruiz Juarez, Robert Dante Russell, Jared Evan Sachs, Naja Simone Salter, Erica Sanchez, Jose Oscar Sanchez Benitez, Keely Grace Sandberg, Bernice Santana Flores, Maya Felice Sheely, Seth Philip Schulman, Daniel Broxton Schultz, Gretchen Elizabeth Seegers, Caroline Farrell Selke, Margaret Seitz, Anshi Shah, Nathra Valley Shah, Christopher Richard Sharp, Anna Cecilia Sharon, Samuel Parker Short, Kristen Janae Shuttlesworth, Justin Saul Siegel, Alexa Dahlia Silberman, Kevin Kalen Silva, Abigail Rachel Sim, Caden Shea Syme, Anne Therese Simonetti, Casey Elizabeth Singley, Peter James Sermons, Chase Malik Ali Smalls, Melanie Elizabeth Smith, Hannah Rose Soderberg, Alexander Kelly Saunier, Lindsay Elisa Southard, Christian Alexander Sutherland, Hallie McLean Stapp, Lillian Wallace Steck, Benjamin Reed Stone, Carter James Sumpton, Lily Louise Sesniak, Taylor Paige Taliaferro, Emma Lewis Talent, Charlotte Elizabeth Toppich, Evangeline Sherelle Taylor, Olivia Denise Taylor, Diana Tejeda Hernandez, Laura Tenorio, Valentina Ray Thalen, Ava Elizabeth Thomas, Jamal Okunlola Titilayo, Meredith May Chepkama, Jose Abraham Talap Balcoyoa, Caitlin Elizabeth Tolley, Alexander Joseph Torjak, Emma Grace Troha, Hudson Mark Troxell, Aidan Nathaniel Trussill, Jessica Lucero Tomax, Casey Ellis Turley Kane, Micaiah Nicole Turner. Manuel Valdez Viveros. Ashley Abigail Valerio Luna. Laura Jacqueline Valier Para. Nathan Stephen Varlak. Derek Kelefala Varner. Kenya Belin Velasquez de Leon. Laura Patricia Vera Torres. Jesus Abraham Fielma Carrasco. Emmanuel Viveros Aquino Jr. Marina Shea Von Barron. Isabella Priscilla Wade. Angela Chantel Walker. Muhab Khalid Wani. Nathan Gray Ward. Hannah Marie Warren. Jack Cotton Warshall. Jackson David Warshaw. Connor Anderson Watkins. Anaya Navaye Watson. Zuri Elan Watts. Charles Witten Weatherly. Maddie Claire Weaver. Madeline Elaine Waitley. Essence Lene Wiley. Anna Idana Wilkinson. Troy West Williams Jr. Dre DeJour Williams Weaver. Zariah Joshe Willis. Jamasha Martia Wills. Samuel James Wingert. James Abbott Wofford. Zaria Olivia Woodyard. Helen Rebecca Worsnop. Rachel Louise Worsnop. Kennedy Ryan Weich. Kai Yang. Lucy Candler Yates. Lev Yoff. Tyrell Allen Young. Naba Hassan Zaidi. Sidra Hassan Zaidi. Itahe Zambrano Casanova. Mohammed Zuhab.
Turning of tassels. Seniors, traditionally, the turning of one tassels represents the transition from candidate to graduate. But the symbolism of this act is much more profound. It represents the culmination of a myriad of events and decisions bringing you to this juncture in your lives. It also represents the beginning of a chapter in your life where you are about to embark upon a journey where new memories will be formed. Class of 2020, please stand. Raise your hand to your tassel and turn the tassel from right to left. Congratulations.